This morning, the Board of Freeholders is proclaiming October as Arts and Humanities Month in Morris County. Arts and Humanities Month is celebrated here each October as a recognition of the importance of culture to our society and to encourage all county residents to explore new facets of the arts in their lives. It's also important to note that the arts and humanities contribute to a strong and healthy economic climate by stimulating economic activity and creating jobs in our county. Morris Arts is a leader in the county's cultural activities, working since 1973 to develop, support, and advocate on behalf of artists, art organizations, and arts experiences. They play an integral role in programming such as First Night Morris County, Music Beyond Borders, Great Conversations, the Giralda Music and Arts Festival, Arts and Education, and many other public art projects, all of which make our county a great place to live. So I'll present this to you.
Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Freeholder Board, thank you for joining us today, and if you would like to say a few words.
Yeah, thanks, Heather. As you know, the arts help us interpret everyday life, which is becoming increasingly challenging, gives us hope for tomorrow, which we all need. And as Heather mentioned, is a strong economic driver in our community. Here in Morris County, the arts are a $30 million industry. We employ over 1,000 people. That's a major industry in this county. But more importantly, the arts are food for our soul and really keep us enriched every day and help us understand each other's cultures. I'm joined here by Dr. Lynn Siebert, and also by representatives from a number of other arts organizations in the county. And I'd just like those folks to stand up and let us know the organizations that you're representing, and maybe just the next great event that you have coming up at your organization, and people will get a sense of how rich our community is. Oh, they can. Yeah, and then everybody, when you're done, everybody can join us in the photo at the end. Wow. Yeah.
I'm Allison Lorraine. I'm with the Mayo Performing Arts Center right here in the heart of Morris County. We're a nonprofit theater right up the street. I'm here with Anthony Scarion. And it's hard to, we bring in hundreds of thousands of people each year from Morris County and beyond to see performances at the theater. It's hard to highlight just one event, but in the next week or so, we have about 12 events going on, including the Morristown Festival of Books this Friday night. We have the top performance by America coming up, the National Dance Tour of So You Think You Can Dance, a couple of jazz artists, Kenny G and Trombone Shorty, Colombian Salsa Kings, Grupo Nietzsche, and many, many more education and outreach programs. So we hope you visit the theater soon. Thank you.
I'm Cleveland Johnson. I'm Executive Director of the Morris Museum. Many of you, I hope, will have heard that last week we were officially named as a Smithsonian affiliate, the only affiliate with the Smithsonian in the state of New Jersey. And so you have here in your county a direct connection with the Smithsonian Institute in Washington, D.C. We had a wonderful celebration on Thursday. At the same time, we opened a major exhibit in Main Gallery called Aerosol Graffiti Street Art New Jersey Now. And it is the first exhibition in which we've asked graffiti and street artists to actually paint our walls. Many such artists of this subculture have been exhibited for decades in museums, but always bringing in art on canvas or on boards or whatever. And this is the first time in the world, as we know it, where the artists have been invited to come directly into the museum and paint the walls. So when you come into Main Gallery, you will see a transformed space. It's colorful, it's wild, it's beautiful. And one of the most wonderful things that's happened at the museum, in my 2 years being there, Thursday night we actually had the artists with us on stage in dialogue with the two curators for the show, talking about the worlds they came from, how art liberated them and saved them in many cases and catapulted them into lives that were sustainable and productive. And we had a good conversation about vandalism, what's art when vandalism is a part of the conversation and when not. And it was a fascinating interaction that I've never experienced in my 2 years here in Morristown before. This dialogue between street artists and the Morris Museum audience, talking with each other back and forth about culture and the worlds that supported it and enriched it. So I hope you'll come and see that exhibit. Of course, we have the Bickford Theater with some 75 performances a year, and the Morris Museum with some 15 to 18 exhibitions a year.
Okay. My name is Terry Scullin. I represent the Morris Music Men, which is Morris County's very old barbershop harmony chorus. We're a 50-man chorus, and our job and our pleasure is to preserve the actual distinctly American and unique sound of barbershop four-part harmony. We perform all around Morris County, and we actually have a huge show that isn't going to be in Morris County. It's actually going to be at the Watchung Performing Arts Center on November 3rd. So if you would like to hear this grand old style of American harmony, we would love to have you.
And I can attest, we just heard them at the Movie River Watershed Action Committee 20th anniversary the other night. A small segment of your group, but it was very entertaining.
Thank you, thank you.
Hi, I'm Ann DeGraff with the Morristown National Historical Park, National Park Service. That includes Washington's headquarters, Fort Nonsense, Jockey Hollow, New Jersey Brigade. We try as much as possible to partner with the Morris County organizations. The next one coming up is a behind-the-scenes archival tour with the Morris County Tourism Bureau. So if you're interested, it's Saturday, October 19th, and the reservations are through the tourism bureau.
And wanted to join us for a photo, everyone.
Oh, there's... Hi.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Couple more.
My name is Linda DeTita. I am the Director of Development with the Shakespeare Theater of New Jersey. With me is Erin King. And we bring Shakespeare and other classic theater to not only audiences through our productions on stage in Madison, but also through our education programs, which we bring to students throughout the state of New Jersey and beyond. We would love if folks would join us for our next production, which is Romeo and Juliet. We start previews on the 16th, and opening night is on October 19th. And also another exciting event we have coming up in November, on November the 13th. It's called Renaissance Runway, and it's going to be a mix of fashion and education and history about fashion and costuming sort of throughout different eras. And you'll see some beautiful costumes and learn about fashion and costuming, so we hope folks can join us for that as well.
My name is Sarah Michael. I'm the Director of Music Ministries at Morristown United Methodist Church, which is right on the green, big spire church with a red door. We have had a concert series, Music at MUMC, this is our 40th season this year, which is very exciting. Our next concert, our season opener, is actually also October 19th, big night in Morristown. It's one of my favorite artists. His name is Gabriel Kahane. He's from Brooklyn. He's a classically trained musician, but he's a songwriter, a singer-songwriter, plays piano, plays guitar. The day after the 2016 presidential election, he left his home and got on a train in Penn Station and took a train trip all the way to California and back with no phone, no internet, talking to people in the dining car, collecting stories, turning some of those stories into songs. And the resulting album is called Book of Travelers. He's going to be singing a lot of those things on this concert on October 19th. And we hope you'll join us throughout the year. We have evening concerts and lunchtime concerts in December and January. Thanks so much.